Well, good evening and welcome. The only thing I'm missing now is a cat I can stroke. But then, of course, you know where you're at. This is The Black Table. My name is Mazino Appeal. It's a Friday night, and this is what we do every single time here. Of course, I'm not alone. I'm going to be introducing the guests that we have with us today. Let's talk to the man on my left. Mr. Olamide is making a comeback. Of course, you expect him to be as honest as possible, get himself in trouble, and not go home tonight.
I will try.
Calm down now. Try not to. To my right, everybody needs a dick in their life. A deck in their life. Deck. Deck.
That's not what we're doing in this place.
Deck.
You can't be doing this.
I said deck, didn't I?
Deck.
Deck, you're welcome, man. Good to have you back here. I can't believe that just happened. That was my first slip in 20 years.
Okay, thank you for having me. Thank you for having me. But please, not everybody needs a deck.
A deck. This is the start of the show. Let's wait till at least
Let's not make it wild already.
Of course, he is the mayor of Agungi.
You guys should stop.
We can't stop. We can't have a show without this man.
One of these ladies said that when I came in today. Just because I live there doesn't mean
he's fresh
I'm
cut.
the mayor.
He's straight out the barber shop. I mean, he wanted to present for you ladies out there. He is married, however, so don't be thinking that...
No, see, when you're referring to my marriage, you have to say happily.
He is happily married, so don't get your hopes up because this one's taken.
Some people are just married, they're not happy. Yeah,
that's very correct, actually.
I'm happily married.
We have very interesting topics for you guys. One of them is our main topic, and we're asking, is respect gained or is it given? Which is it for you, especially instead of marriages? So that's what we're talking about today as our main topic. But before that, we have very many topics that we're going to be talking about, especially some of the things that you've seen over social media in the past 1 week. So let us already take a very short break, and when we get back, we are going to be going straight into our conversation here on the Black Table. You're welcome once again. Do remember now the hashtag to use is hashtag #TheBlackTable on TVC. We'll be back.
You always take the bill on the first date, second date, and third date. Bro code.
Welcome back to the Black Table here. Let's do our first fire number one, quick fire number one, of course. So what a man can do, a woman can do better. Now, actor, you guys know this guy. His name is Ayo Olaiya. His wife, well, she bought him a car, and he's all over social media about it. And I'm asking myself, what's the big deal? When's the last time you got a gift from your wife?
Well, I get a gift from my wife almost every day.
Not every night, not that one.
I didn't say every night. I said every day.
Not that
every day.
She's mandated to give that gift.
Every day, not
She's mandated.
You know, I mean, I consider, you know, some of the things that she does for me
Gifts.
All right, and gifts can come in little sizes, you know, and for me, no matter how small it is, it's a gift. Yeah. Right, and matter of fact, the smallest gifts are usually the most
best.
Precious.
Yeah, exactly.
I got this from my wife yesterday. Yeah.
You're an exhibitionist, first of all. But
I got this shirt. Talking about really, my wife got me this shirt.
You see?
Oh, okay.
So here you go.
We're married to very good women.
Thank you.
My wife gave me a very beautiful daughter that I cannot thank her enough for. I mean, hey, gang, when's the last time you got a gift from your wife?
Sorry, what is that? Just wives give gifts?
Yes, they are partners.
Oh, yes,
that's not restricted to wives.
I'm just messing with you guys out here. So she gave me daughter, she gave me shirt, she gave me this. In all honesty, my wife, I don't really keep track, you know, because she does so many things at random. And you know how we feel the little things matter in general. But I'm shocked to hear this guy. This guy must have had, like, never had good experiences with women.
Thank you.
For him to make this such a big deal to say what a man can do, a woman can do better because
but in
his
some
wife
way,
can
I
do a car.
understand him, because I think I've said this before on the show. I don't think I have ever received, I've never won anything in my life, one. And I rarely receive gifts. I find out that I'm the one who's actually giving stuff out most of the time. And I'm like, worried whether is that normal?
I think
it's normal.
In today's world, the terrain is changing gradually, and more women are seeing, you know, the purpose to give stuff like that, especially when they know that this person deserves it. A lot of wives go out of their ways to gift their partners, you know, very interesting things. And I mean, he gifted, he got a gift from his wife.
Boxes?
No, he got a car.
Oh, okay, him. Okay,
Got a
sorry.
car.
Yeah.
And I mean, yeah, I think that's solid.
But that
because-
also has a statement
because
to
you
tell
know,
about
you know why I'm saying it's solid? Because there's several women out there, they have the resources,
but they
can
don't.
do stuff like that, but they wouldn't do it. So when you say woman,
They'd rather do it for their mother first before
yeah,
they
they'd
do it
rather
to
do it
you.
for
So that's the thing
Some
for
would
me.
even give it to the church. That's another conversation entirely.
We can
But
have it.
My point is this: sometimes women out there, it's very important that your man, gets these things. I mean, it might not be so much, and if it's that much, it's still something. It will always go down as a big, moment for this individual.
I think women don't understand how this translates to sexual attraction. When you receive, and this is a fact, and my wife will always tell me that, see, be careful what you receive from a woman because it doesn't end there. It goes on to how attracted they are to you or how attracted you begin to get to them. Or you start, seeing them as a gift is not just a physical thing. It's also a very emotional thing.
Let me jump in
It
real
binds
quick.
you in some way, and it not just binds you, it also indebts you in most ways.
There's something I've noticed. You see, a lot of men, I can't speak for all of them, but a lot of men are used to not receiving gifts from women. A lot of men are used to being the providers, the
Yeah.
givers, and they don't really get something, or even when they get something, they really don't get that much. So it's a big deal for a man when he gets anything, regardless of how small. He's like, wow, you thought outside the box. Women need to take advantage of this.
Yeah.
Start gifting your men, and not just little gifts, not underwears and stuff like that.
No,
Big
we can
time
get that
gifts.
on our-
Because
So-
really, men expect nothing in return.
Exactly.
So when you give them something, they're like,
Shock,
wow, it's
surprise.
It's amazing. They're like, it's too good to be true. You're like, what exactly is this?
Wait, let's put this out there quickly. Please, it's not just our partners. Women, appreciate us. Give us things.
So the thing is, over the years, I come to realize that a lot of the things that we think is normal is just an idea of what people think, right? A lot of the time, you find men feeling like they're the ones who need to give,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Women also want to
That's
give.
culture. That's the way
Well,
we're
because
brought up.
of so it's just an idea. It's just a social construct, all right? And if you look deeply into it, you realize that oftentimes than not, women want to give, but because of what you said about the whole boxers thing, okay, let me buy him boxers. Maybe that'll be
I don't
nice.
think
Let me buy
every
him-
woman wants to give.
That's the
if
thing.
you look, if you look at the
women
figures,
want to give. It's just the idea that why
They don't
should
know
I be
whether
the
what,
one
what they're
giving?
giving you is
So
going
that's
to
what
be
I'm saying.
worth it.
Why should I
that's
give?
the point. When you say women want to give,
Right.
but then out of 10, you can see maybe just 1 or 2 who understand that sometimes when you give, you receive back. I mean, a lot of women just want to take.
Because
and take.
it's the idea that they have.
So let's
Alright?
just say
It's just an
I understand what you're
idea.
saying. I
Do you understand
understand
what I'm saying?
The
It's-
idea that we are supposed to be providers, and
Do you
what can you give
understand
a
what I'm
man
saying?
who gives
Exactly.
everything?
Exactly.
But the
So-
truth is that you don't need to give me much. Just give me a little bit. It could
Give
be
me a
a
Rolex.
That is why we need to now
Rolex.
orient. We need to dish out some kind of orientation
Orientation,
to
really.
them to let them understand that we need gifts as well.
So quick one.
So
do you think men
Yeah.
will appreciate it when they get stuff? I mean,
Pause. Let me answer that. So before I got married, I was dating this very beautiful girl called Kemi. Very beautiful
Why
girl.
do you
Folake.
call names?
That's just my MO, man.
We don't hide. We don't. It's real.
Yeah.
We keep it real.
So you can do research and find out that it's true. Kemi used to always come over to the office. She'd bring stuff, everything. She'd boom, boom, boom. Like, my guys, I was working in telecoms then. They were like, Mazina, your baby's trying and everything. But you know the funny thing? I didn't like it. I just couldn't. I didn't like it. It put me under so much pressure. I'm like, why are you giving me stuff? I don't be doing this kind of thing. So there's a dark side to it.
So let me give you an example.
Receiving so
So
much
let me
from
give you
a
an
woman.
example. There was this girl I dated before I got married. This girl gave me. I think this girl is still okay. I mean, apart from my wife, right? She gave me so much that I felt like I was owing her.
Exactly.
So when we broke up, I literally asked her. I said, "Should I give you? How much should I give you
Exactly.
for all that you have done for me?"
Can I ask you a
because I
question?
felt like I felt like she was doing all of those things because
Yeah.
she expected me to do some
do
certain
something
thing
in
for
return.
marry
That
her.
mentality that
Do you understand what I'm saying? So when I didn't marry her,
I was about to ask this question. If you keep on giving to a woman like financially, and she uses the money that you give her to
give
gift,
you.
to buy you something,
Yeah.
is
It's
that?
fine. It's cool.
that's gifting.
listen, that's okay.
That's
That's
gifting
great.
because
You
we
understand?
have
you know that she
women.
doesn't have the
Yeah,
resources. She
because-
can't buy you a car. But because of the money you've given her,
Yes.
she can buy you a car. She now
That's
uses
great.
that money
Wait,
to gift you back.
So let me give you. So
disclaimer.
So sorry.
Disclaimer.
Olamide,
See,
hold on.
women, we're in
Sorry.
support to give. Whatever
No,
they
hold
say,
on, hold on.
give.
You know, what you just said is very valid, all right? But you must also look at the flip side. There are women who you give money to who don't think that I need to get anything for you.
Of course, yeah, sure.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We'll
So
come back
that's
to this when the questions or when the comments come back in. Remember now, hashtag the Black Table on TV. So let's move on to our next quick fire now for today. You're under a spell if you don't cheat on your partner. This is a TikToker. She's telling us men that if you're not cheating on your partner, then that means that you're under a spell. I don't know what kind of life she must have lived or what kind of habits she has or what diabolical things she
Lucifer,
has. Everybody has something to say about this.
So we have talked about this before.
Let me listen to the gang first.
Let me start.
Yes, please, gang, go ahead.
Lucifer comes in many shapes and forms. And very often for men, he comes in the shape of a woman.
I was not expecting that.
You see, that's the problem. Some people take their personal
No, you just didn't
experiences
say that.
Exactly what I was about to say.
generalize
We have
certain
talked
things.
about this
Talking about you must be
before
under a spell if
on
you're
this
not
show.
cheating. I mean, that's
As a
ridiculous.
man. As a man.
As a man, you must be under a spell if you're not cheating. That lady has
Zeno.
had her heart broken.
Yes.
The world has disappointed her.
She has tried a few
And
things.
she
herself.
doesn't change her ways. Her and Lucifer will be in the same location.
That's the
Eating with
thing.
shorty
soon.
So this is what we've been talking about. We have talked about this same issue on this show before.
Yeah.
So because something happens to you,
Yeah,
does
you make
not
it a
mean
general
that
thing.
doesn't mean that it applies to every other
Everyone,
person,
yeah.
right? If you feel like you need to cheat in your relationship, or God cheat, why you they can't they tell us say we guys cheat?
I just want
You
to say that
understand?
I'm looking at a video of her now, and I realize why her man would cheat on her.
Why? Why?
And here's the funny See, now there's a narrative. There's a narrative that I really need to be passed in society. We need people to come out more and talk about their partners that are faithful. There are good men out there. There are good women out there.
Exactly. Your
there are
wife,
men
my
that
wife,
don't cheat.
everybody's wives.
There are men that don't cheat. You get where I'm coming from? That people should be able to say, no, come out and say, my man doesn't do this. Even the guy can come out and say, I don't do this. And there's no evidence
You know what? I
otherwise.
just need to say this, gang, yeah? It is expensive for a Nigerian man to cheat
Bam.
in today's world. It's
Thank
expensive.
you.
Especially now.
Oh my
It's 500 per
goodness.
liter time. Very
Olamide,
expensive.
please say
How
louder
can
for the
a
people
man
in the
go and
back.
cheat in this
See,
period?
see,
Do you
see.
understand?
Listen, first of all, ladies, let me let you know. Wives, not ladies, wives. It is the most expensive thing to take another woman out. Because what you are used to, you understand my capability and everything. Guy, no, let's not. But then, see, to take another girl out, first of all, you're not taking her to Amalashita. You're taking her to Terraforma. I mean, Terraculture. What do they call it? A meal there is 15K. You will manage to get 300,000, 300 naira, 3,000 naira. It is the most expensive thing to cheat. And why should you should note that, see, first of all, you are number one. I have to cater for you before I start. Until you've belly full, I'm not going to cheat on you.
You know
I'm
what?
just
You
gonna
know,
say
I
that.
was having this same conversation with someone recently, and I say, see, I'm 41. I'm going to be 42 later
Okay, you're
this
42.
year.
Don't be counting. You're 40. It's almost here.
I am 41. I'm going 42 later this year. And I told this person, I said, if you see a young girl trying to have some sort of relationship, strange friendship with me, then there has to be something that she's looking at. Expectations, things that she feels she's going to be getting being friends with me.
Which is often financial.
Which is often financial. And I told this person, like, you ain't going to get it.
That fuel is 500 naira per liter right
You're
now.
not going to get it. So you can as well forget about
But
it.
it seems like it's normalized now for it's normal. It seems like as if people expect that as a married
you
man
know
that
what,
you
there's
should
an
cheat. Young
association.
ladies expect
There's
that
an
as a-
association right now of poverty alleviation.
Alleviation, okay.
And apart from that, I think I've said this on the show as well, and this happened to me even before I got married. Before I got married, a lot of people were telling me things like, it's common for a Nigerian husband at some point in his marriage to step outside. And people even gave me a time limit. People were telling me, yo, the way I know you, maybe I'll give you the first 5 years, you'll be faithful.
How long did it take you?
I'm still faithful. You get me?
Wow.
They told me,
Let's give them a round of
over
applause.
See, because
It deserves that.
they put it in your face like it's common knowledge. Demons like this will tell you that it's common knowledge that you are supposed to be unfaithful. So it basically pushes you, and that's the funny thing, it'll push you in the arms of other people. I'll never. I think the toughest year for me.
What's the
in my-
responsibility of your partner in that situation? What do they owe you in that kind of situation?
They just
When
owe,
society is
they
telling
just
that
owe
you
you
should
to
cheat?
be them. Like for me, the first
No, they
year.
give you the benefit
Listen,
of the doubt.
the first year of my marriage was the
They
toughest.
trust you.
The first year of my marriage, I won't lie, was the toughest. Once I crossed that first year, everything was easy. Because it was like, is he really married? Is he really taken? You get me? That
How
kind
do
of
you
thing.
manage
were you
wearing your
convincing
ring?
yourself at the same time?
How many people are wearing their ring here? You're wearing your ring. I like that.
Ring
Oh,
is
definitely.
we're
Like,
all
wear my
wearing
ring
our
all the
rings.
time.
So
That's very-
that was
that's
my
very
first year was the
encouraging.
toughest year. Once I passed it, everything was easy. Because I could see people acting like, no, he's not. He just got married. He's still in his this, still in that. And I was like, no, I really am married, dedicated.
But do you agree, guys, that wearing this is also very risky?
That's a facade.
See,
It's a
I have
magnet.
But I told
this
you,
is
I
a
had a
magnet.
friend. I had a friend that used to
This
borrow.
is one of the reasons why I even stopped wearing it at some point in
But
time.
then you had to resume because your wife had
No,
concerns.
she didn't have any concerns. Because first and foremost, we're not married with this. We're married in a redeemed church. Redeemed
Just
redeemed
kiss the
don't,
bride
they
as
don't
your
do.
wife
No.
carry
We,
go.
but they bind you with the Bible.
Amen.
So we don't. So this is just, you know,
It's just a
fashion.
societal thing.
Yeah.
All right.
Just, you know.
But the thing is, girls of nowadays, especially girls like this, they're not looking at this, my brother.
They don't care about
They're
it.
actually
looking, they're
attracts
looking
them.
at this.
Yeah.
Pocket, yeah.
They're looking
about
at the
the
pocket,
pocket.
so they don't
attracts
care.
them.
They
Yeah.
do. In fact, for the fact that you are married means you are responsible. This guy is responsible, very neat guy.
Probably has
Especially
his
if you drive
entire
a
life
Benz
figured
like
out.
he
does.
Yeah.
If they drive a Benz like you now.
Yeah, he has something to lose.
When
Yeah.
they see Dex Benz.
Yeah, exactly. Stop carrying a car.
And it's not just his Benz that bends. It's not just his Benz that bends. Other things
By the
bend
way,
as well.
let me let you know, the poorest people now are the people that drive Benz. Because
Tell them, tell them.
fuel is not 500 naira
My
per
brother.
liter. It's not that easy. How do you manage?
I bought 20,000 naira.
only.
Wait, hold on. I bought because I had fuel in my car. All right. After buying 20,000 naira, my fuel was on quarter to full
Being
tank.
full, yeah.
3/4.
All right. Like no, just 1/4 actually.
Okay.
Being full. 20,000 naira. I had fuel in my car. Do you understand?
Yeah.
My full
Hits
tank
home.
before was 12,000 naira.
Same here.
12,000.
Yeah.
Get what I'm saying?
Now you're looking about
Now I bought
35.
20,000.
You're looking about
30,000.
35.
And I
or
still
thereabout.
didn't get full tank.
Yeah.
When you're
So right
premium,
now,
you're premium.
I'm buying full tank for like maybe 40 something K.
You can do it now.
Yeah, you're premium.
One weekend he makes it up. You know,
You're
you
can do
premium.
that.
You're
Easy.
premium.
Let's move on to our next quick fire now. Now, I like this one. This is very interesting. Listen to this. How I almost slept with my gender for mere 300,000 media personality
I read
Bob
that
tells.
story.
He says, there's one story I always wanted to share. In this small Akwa Ibom, 2021, I was in dire need of money. Ibn Chuk, he says. I met my friend who was capable. Baba said, I'll have to knack.
Say it.
Says I'll
Go
have
ahead
to
and
do
say
him for 300,000. He'll give me cash. He promised 15,000 for a message. That's for starters. The idea was, he says it was scary. You know, you get what
Wait, let me get this right.
three.
Same gender as in his fellow.
Yeah.
Man.
A man to man.
So
Man.
this is homosexual activity.
Exactly.
For
Now, see,
300K naira.
So I don't. Yeah. How much would you do it for?
300K
How
naira.
much would you do it for?
Baba, are you considering dollars? Are you considering
That's a benchmark.
Why you are gay?
There's a
Are you gay?
cost implication to this, yes, now.
What's the benchmark?
Do you
What's your
understand?
benchmark?
Me, shall I give you my price? Are you interested? Are you interested? See, let me lie to you. When you hear these kind of stories, it's because the 300K was small.
Are you saying
Yes, now.
Trust me, if it was the amount that you needed,
You will not hear the story
See.
because I'm sure you would have done it.
And see, everybody has his price.
Don't forget that the story, the guy said he agreed.
He said he agreed.
That he went to church and changed his mind.
Yeah.
Which essentially means that if that money was in like maybe the millions, my
If
brother
it- if
would
there's
have,
one more
would have
zero.
done it. He would have come and confess.
Remember when Nonso Bassi was here and he talked about the story about going to a photographer's place.
Right.
And you know, the guy offered him the same thing, and then he had to like go like, ah man, I can't do this, and he walked away. And remember when another guest was on the show,
it happens.
and he
People-
said that you know, he was
People get
invited
nervous.
over for the same
happens.
thing, and the guy said, okay, you know what? Let me knock you, and I'll make your career blow as an actor in Nollywood. I can't say the name of the actor though, But you know,
He was here. We know.
yeah, he was.
Watch all the episodes
Watch
on
all the
YouTube.
episodes on YouTube. Exactly.
See,
And
investigation.
The truth is this: anyone,
Right.
I don't know about the number of guys here, but I've been approached by a guy before, and I know
Oh, yeah.
how the guy was toasting me. It was that day I
What did he
discovered.
promise you? Or was it the cheapy kind that approached you? Yeah, the market is not
I
selling
cannot even
around.
say it. I cannot even say it. It was that time I feel like a woman. Like, no, I just met.
No, but did that humble you in a? Did it humble? Or did it humble you in a sense of way?
No, it was
You remember?
weird.
You
It was
remember?
strange.
My
Or did
point
it make
is-
you feel good, like you look
No, no,
good?
no,
Not really.
Ooh.
It was very complicated.
Ooh, dude.
It was very complicated.
But why I'm saying this is that you have to think about the way you approach women and the way you are approached. Did it violate you in any way? And think about it when you're now
I
approaching
felt like
women.
it too.
You felt violated,
Yeah,
didn't you?
I felt really. So the honest truth is this: I didn't even think that individual was.
It was so sudden, like
Yeah, it was just like
you
a
too?
shock, and I'm like, you talking to me? And you know, and he kept saying all these things, and I started feeling like a girl, like, okay,
You.
okay. Then later I was like,
So you know, so for personally, I mean, I have been approached by one of your celebrities, you know, in Nigeria.
No names.
And
Thank
you know, the truth is, he was not even hiding. This one was coming to my house, park in front of my house.
Wow.
I mean, because I used to park my car outside, you know, my gate. He would drop letters. He would drop me like maybe 59 missed calls,
Imagine.
78 missed calls, like maybe 80. You know, so
Did he ever call you
heard
baby?
that over time. I've heard that. No, seriously, I've heard that these guys are usually more aggressive than when a guy is
it's
trying to
actually
ask
a woman. Yeah.
a girl out.
Yeah.
Especially when you're wearing
he
shorts.
was going at it steady.
Open that
Steady,
somehow,
like,
some way he
this
can
guy
bend
will
you.
break. So for
Did he offer
me,
you
the way
any
I
money, though?
felt was I wasn't feeling, you know, like no, I was scared. Like I felt like if this guy hold me, if he pin me down, this guy go kill me. You know.
So I just like to say this.
scared, man.
First off, your preference is your preference. I don't. It's your thing. If you want to be any type of way, it's okay. Yeah, you know what? If you bring it my way, if you ask me out as a guy, I'm gonna politely, and I have been. I'm politely tell you that no, I'm not like that. What I don't like is the fact that people, especially now in Lagos, it seems like it's being glorified and being put in your
Yeah,
face
true,
in such a
true.
way that you can't run away from it. You have to start wondering how my kid's going to manage.
Oh, yeah.
It's hard enough for me. How my kid's going
I'm
to
so
manage
sorry, I
in
want
such
to ask a question.
an environment.
Is it a crime in Nigeria?
Yes.
It is.
Oh
a
yeah,
crime.
it's
So hold
a
on.
crime. Yeah.
It's a crime.
Yeah.
How many people have you seen
Been
that have
convicted.
been convicted
No
over
one.
this issue?
I don't know if anyone
It's a
has been
crime when
convicted.
you,
There you
are
go.
caught in the act.
Oh,
but
you're caught
being
in the
so,
act.
yeah, being so is not a crime. Have you seen the?
So let me ask you a question. How do you investigate such a crime?
I mean,
See, all these questions you're asking, they're not going to catch you dead. But you need to know that. Listen, in all honesty, based on our laws, it is a crime. Do you understand? To investigate and be caught is different. But you don't want to
Yeah.
be in that situation where you're the one they'll use as a scapegoat.
Who's
yeah,
that?
true.
Whoever they catch at the end of the day.
Let's be.
But let's clear it
Let's
up.
clear-
We've,
let's
we've-
clarify.
we've heard about 14 years. We've heard about so many things and
Wait,
laws
wait,
that
Gag, I
have
have
been
something.
passed.
So this culture is something that we say is a crime. However, when you look at your social media, especially social media,
media generally.
it is celebrated.
Yeah, it's right in
Now,
your face.
once again, I would like to put it through. I don't have this. Your business is your business.
So
but
I-
if it's a crime here, why is it celebrated there?
So I
on
feel
social
like,
media?
let me tell you something about this whole LGBT,
all the letters,
All of
all the
them.
letters,
all the
yeah,
M,
all the
M,
letters.
S, N,
Alphabet,
whatever.
yeah.
Anyway, the point is,
Alphabet,
I feel
FC.
like there are a lot of gray areas,
gray areas you
Yeah.
can tread.
on this matter
Yeah,
internationally.
yeah, true.
If you prosecute someone based on this, it affects you internationally.
Oh
Did
yeah,
you
yeah,
know that?
definitely. Yeah.
So, of course, the Nigerian government, well, they're very intelligent
Personal
people.
experience. Let me tell you a personal experience.
All right?
I was once up for a job, and very casual interview and everything, and then they asked, "So, how do you feel about this subject?" And I gave a very personal, very strict,
strong, stern
position and response. I didn't get the job.
Yeah. Because they
Yeah.
wanted a liberal mind.
Exactly.
That's why I'm not gonna say why.
So I
Matter of
I've learned
fact,
to be
let me
very
tell you something.
tacit
On
regarding that matter.
issues, you need to be very careful the kind of things you say and the kind of
Exactly.
things that you tweet.
Yeah.
Because
Exactly,
those things
because, you see,
can be used against
to
you.
answer,
Yeah,
to answer
yeah.
Zeno's question, the reason why you can think it's kind of like permissible on social media is because social media is more like a global stage.
Yeah.
Do you
No
understand?
rules.
It's not domestic.
Yeah.
It's not local. It's more like a global stage. So the global voice has had this tone of inclusiveness of everyone. And even when you look at human rights, you're like everybody's entitled to their opinion and stuff. So for me, that's that.
So you know that in the U.S. now, there has been this cold war between trans women and cis women, right? Now it's now a major issue as to whether they want to allow trans women in female bathrooms and what have you. All right, so they have been going back and forth about the issue, and it's just what it is, right?
Obvious, we're
Now let's
ASF.
bring it back to Nigeria. So the thing is this. You see, as much as we like to say that we do not accept this and all of that, do you know that this stuff is growing like wildfire in this country?
When you say stuff, why do we talk about it like as if it's anathema to us? I mean, it might be anathema to the government, but individually, is it anathema to you? Do you how?
So for me, to
How
be
do you
honest,
express
to be honest with you,
Are
not because
are you
I care about
expressing it-
anything.
Are you opposing it? Are you opposing it?
So for me personally, I honestly, I'm not even going to say this because I'm trying to be a certain type of way. I'm personally, as an individual, I'm a free-minded person, which means that you can do your thing.
But then you're also
Don't
an
do it to
African
me.
man.
All right?
But then you're also an African.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying be who you want to be. All right? I'm saying if you want to be LGBTQSM,
Alphabet FC.
whatever it is that you want to be, great for you. Fantastic. You're doing great.
Bring it to me.
But
Don't bring it
do
to
not
me and my
come
kids.
to me and put that in my face.
In
all right?
all, honesty,
don't come
I
to me with
actually
that.
have friends that are swinging in that direction.
Oh,
Let me tell you
I
something.
do have friends,
You know,
and it took
you
me a
said
while.
something,
It took me a
yeah.
while to get comfortable around them.
Yeah.
So sometimes I say I'm liberal, or sometimes
The African
it's like
man
it's
in
too
you.
much.
Yeah.
It's not really about the
It's
African
in your
man.
face.
It's like
the culture
it's too
these
much.
days, the alternative culture these days is to put it in your face and then you must accept it.
Yes.
So
don't
that's
put it
where
in
I
my
have an
face.
issue
I don't
with.
have to
I
accept
don't
it.
have to accept
I don't
it.
have to.
I'm
But
comfortable
I
with
can
you,
enable
but I
you.
don't have to
That's fine.
accept it.
I can allow you
understand?
to be
It's
who
fine.
you are.
Do you?
Right.
Let me be me. We're good, but that's where it ends.
But Olamide for 3 million naira.
3 million naira. No, make it 300 million.
Think
about it. Think about
Let's take a quick break and we'll be back on the black table.
it. The person has to be good.
You always take the bill on the first date, second date, and third date. Bro code.
And you're welcome back. It's still the Black Table. Remember, the hashtag is the Black Table on TVC. We'll be taking your messages after. Last quarter of the show is dedicated to you guys so we can, well, hear your views on this. We've got our final topic for today, which is our main topic here. We're talking about respect. Now, there was a tweet put by a female member of the public who says, you know how to respect your mother, but you disrespect your wife at every point. She goes on to say there are broken women around, marriage damaged them. If you can't respect a woman, you don't have to be married. Just remain a mommy's boy and enjoy sucking a mommy's memories. I euphemize.
Wow. Interesting.
So let's talk about this respect thing. Is it given or is it earned? Do you, and if you do have it, what are the risks of losing it? How do you come back from that if you ever do lose it? But first off, do you earn it or do you
earn it?
You earn it.
You definitely earn it.
In marriage, exactly how do you earn it?
In marriage, you earn it by putting the right foundations in place. I feel that a lot of women come in as pretenders. I feel a lot of women trick men to getting them, to give the ring to them. And at the end of it all, they show the true colors. And that's why, in return, the man reacts that way. But if in actual sense, you're coming into the institution the right way, the right foundation, you are not pretending. You were not American when you guys were dating. And then when you get in there, you're like full ghetto chick. then there's a balance, meaning that it is earned. It's respect.
You know, the funny thing, where I differ from you is this: I don't believe in marriage I don't believe in respect in marriage. I don't see it as a thing that has to be deliberated on. I see it as a mutual thing that happens. I think it's something that is, there's no scale to say there's 100%, 50%, and so on. So I think it's just a thing that just is. I don't know whether there's a discussion to be had over it as per this is disrespectful and this is not. I just think that if you regard another person, there are certain things you would do, or that there are certain considerations you will have regarding your own actions that might implicate or have implications on theirs as well, or how they view you.
Yeah.
So for me, this whole respecting,
let's put it this way.
I just zero it down to
Let's put it this way. Let's put it this way. Let's put it in the way we are as men, the way we handle our relationships. I've known Deck for almost 10 years now, and we have our differences, but we've respected ourselves as individuals, and we've acted upon it.
Was there a conversation?
No, there was no conversation
Exactly.
because Deck was real and I was real. There was no pretense. There was nothing like that.
Sweet spot. Do I respect you?
I think so. I should think so. I think so.
There's story there.
I think so.
But yes, I do.
These two useless guys.
And you do too, me. So, and we did not have a conversation. I know that there might have been conflicts here or there, but you're now okay, fine. This guy doesn't like this kind of thing, or this guy, you know those boundaries.
Men know how
It's
to handle
the
things
same.
like that.
It should be
So
the
question
same
is,
thing in
at
marriage.
what point does your partner stop respecting
It's always about another woman. Most cases.
Based on
Most
your
cases.
actions.
Most cases always
So
about
wait, let me ask you a
how
question. So what happens to a guy who was probably rich before they got married, and for some reason something
Then there is that.
happens,
Yeah.
and then maybe
That's
he
the, that's
loses
the,
his
that's
job,
the unpackaging he's
and
talking
then
about.
so then she begins to unveil her real
That
self.
is not a true marriage.
So no. So we're talking about respect, all right? There's something I usually tell my wife. I tell her, look, do anything to me.
Yeah.
Do not disrespect me, right? Call me any names you want to call me in the bedroom.
Don't do that
not
outside.
disrespect me.
Please.
Ever.
Say it
Anyway.
loud enough.
Now
for
let me
people
tell
in the
you
back,
something.
please.
Respect is reciprocal. You must understand this. Something happened between myself, my family, and my wife. And I shielded my wife to the maximum. That day, that night was the night. She appreciated me, my brother.
She said,
But
"Thank you,
she
my
said,
husband."
"Thank you, my husband." But you know, the thing is this. I didn't do it because I wanted to be appreciated.
No.
Yeah.
The idea for me is that if you disrespect my wife, you have disrespected me.
Exactly.
Exactly.
All right.
Now, how many women
You
understand
cannot.
that? And
How many
appreciate
men
it?
understand that?
Yeah, women.
Men don't get it. All right. Now, as much as men do not get it as well, some women, a lot of women also don't understand that. You must respect your husband for people to respect you.
Of course. Yeah.
So when you disrespect your husband outside,
Yeah.
you are
Giving
fooling
you just-
yourself.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's
You are disrespecting.
self-injury.
You are dragging yourself on the ground outside. Let me tell you something. You know, we have women who literally would, go outside in public and, this. You know, they are there shielding their husband, and they come back home and they are beating the living daylight out of their husband.
I mean, that's
I'm telling you,
ridiculous.
these things happen.
It's ridiculous. It's
These
ridiculous.
things happen.
Can I say
I'm
something?
telling
now?
you.
Yeah,
Can I
gang is
contribute?
experiencing this being beat part, but
Here comes the gang.
Based on I want to say one thing before I say what I really want to say. This lady's post that was saying you respect
Your
your
mother.
mother,
And then you
but
disrespect your wives.
disrespect
Your wife.
your wife. I kind of understand where she's coming from, but there's something I need you to get right. For a man, there is different levels of women. There's the vagina you came out from.
there's the one you're going in.
There's the one you're going into. And there's the one you've produced, which is mother, wife, daughter.
daughter.
So it's different levels
Of
of
respect.
VJJ and respect. You get me?
Jesus.
So now when you people talk about is it
so
earned
graphic.
or not,
Yeah.
here's for me, respect is a default setting. Do you understand?
Exactly.
It's a default setting.
It should be a default setting.
When I first met Deck, I didn't know who he was, but I'm meeting a fellow human being. I
And
will
it's
give
there
you
at 100.
respect. It's there.
At 100.
It's your actions now that will determine if I keep the respect
Or not.
or I dishonor you.
Dang. What do you get out of school with?
You
a
get
2-1 or how first
I didn't even go to school. I'm from the streets.
Because, dude, man,
I'm from the streets.
You
So
have
that-
this street locked down.
So that's what it is. So when you by default, you should know that I need to respect my husband, regardless of the kind of idiot he is.
So what actions do you take as a man that actually erodes that respect?
Now, here's for
And
example,
what is it? Is it financial? If it's financial, that's stupid.
It's
on
not
your part as a
financial.
woman.
That means
It's
there's
in
no
terms
love.
of-
Is it that he cheated on you and then the respect erodes?
infidelity comes into
Infidelity.
play. Now, infidelity, sometimes I tell people cheating is not just sexual. There's so many other things that you can do that are disrespectful to
Yes.
your wife.
How
I
about the
agree.
fact that
Totally.
cheating sometimes is also, and this is going to sound very, very unfair, but if a man cheats, this is a very social thing. If a man cheats, there's also a sense of responsibility that the partner has. Do you agree?
I disagree.
Okay, please let's hear it.
Because here's the funny thing. Everything boils down to choice. Do you understand? You have to make that choice to eventually decide that I'm going to be unfaithful with this person that I have sworn not to be unfaithful to. So once you make that choice, you've already messed up. So you have the choice
is
to
gonna
do.
have a great night
No, you have
tonight.
the choice to do or
I
not
do
to
not
do.
agree.
So a lot of those, here's
Wait,
the
wait,
thing.
wait, wait,
A lot of people feel as if
I
my
do
partner
not
did
agree.
this.
Excuse me, sir. Olamide, please. Not that I espouse whatever it is you're about to
So-
spew out
so-
of your hole, but I would like to hear a counter
it's
opinion.
not really as simple as just choosing not to cheat or to stay faithful. There are many circumstances around why men or even women step out on their partners. It's as simple as things not going well in the bedroom area. It's as simple as things not going
Doesn't
well.
even have to be sexual.
I'm
It
just
could
saying,
be-
like, it's as simple as things not going well with the family. It's as simple as not giving
Disrespect.
the right type of attention. It's as simple as, not noticing
So
things.
in saying that, is there a responsibility that the partner also holds when it comes to a man stepping
So
out
it's
or
both
the other
ways.
partner
It's
stepping
both
out?
ways. I usually will say that, see, when you find a married woman stepping out, cheating on a man,
Check the husband.
the husband has 40% responsibility
There you go.
behind it. And the reason why I say that is this. You hardly find women who are in a very good, solid relationship step
Stepping
out
out.
on their husbands if they're
I
satisfied.
agree with you.
So, I
No,
mean,
why are
there's
you
a-
agreeing
there's
with
a-
him? See, it's very
No.
simple. You can't
It's
say,
a
hey,
speaking
hold
word.
on. You
It's a
can't be
fact.
at heaven's gates saying, I slept with this man because my husband did this. Take responsibility for your own actions. Because if it's that way, everybody can step out. No relationship is 100%. No marriage is 100%.
What we're saying
your
is
husband
this.
can mess
What
up
we're saying
and
is
give you
this.
the right to step out.
There's no
But you
marriage. There's no
don't.
marriage in today's world. Wherever you go, that is perfect. There's no perfect marriage. There's no perfect relationship. There's no perfect
So
friendship.
love is a choice. Happiness is a
It's
choice.
a
I
choice.
choose to stay
They're
with
all
there's
you.
so
choices,
many
but hey,
circumstances.
Do you know how many times, I'm sorry to jump in and try and put this in the female aspect. Do you know the kind of opportunities our women have to step out and they don't?
Sorry.
Do you know,
statistics
do you know
says
every
otherwise.
day of your wife's
Statistics
life?
says otherwise.
See, forget single women, because single women down when they're bawling. Do you know almost every day, especially if your wife is as fine as I've seen all your wives. If your wives are as fine as they are, do you know how many offers they get on a daily
I would be
basis?
worried if they don't
or,
get offers.
or weekly basis.
I would be worried
And
if
what
they
do
don't.
they say? They say no. They have the choice, regardless of how we've messed up. And then we now, one small Lagos girl, just do 17, 18, 19, and we get choice, and we say we'll follow her. That is about what you choose. So I don't really like the narrative whereby, oh, she did something wrong,
There's a
so that made
responsibility
me
on
do
the
this.
partner.
No. It's really not about action and reaction.
Listen, the
It's not about
angle he
action
came
and
from now
reaction.
is not even about the man.
Yeah.
It's about the fact that women are the ones who have this. How do I put it now? How did you put it again? It wasn't my word. It was your word. But I like the angle that he came from. He
I get
wasn't-
where he's coming
he
from
wasn't
because
bashing,
sometimes I
he
won't lie
wasn't
to you.
bashing anybody.
Sometimes it's crazy when you're denied so many things. It's like a wife not feeding you in your house, but doesn't want you to eat food outside. So do you now die of starvation?
That's where he was coming from.
You get me? I
Exactly.
understand that aspect. But then sometimes we've realized that communication is key. Come
Yeah.
and tell your wife, listen, for me, and this is going to be awkward, but let me just put this out there. For me, it's better to masturbate than to have sex outside.
Let's drink to that.
Do you understand? It's better to be like, okay, my woman isn't giving me sex. So instead of having sex with another woman,
I'm sorry. I'm going to.
So let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on, no.
let him
No. So let me ask you a question. No.
Yeah.
So let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Are you saying? So wait, this is not even for you. This is for the house.
General.
Right? Is masturbation
Aha.
an alternative to
To-
cheating?
Now, here's the funny thing.
Gang.
Here's the thing.
Go,
as
gang.
much as masturbation might be viewed as also wrong, right?
Is it wrong?
See,
Wait, hold on.
Is it not your
Masturbation
body?
Wait.
actually
I want
wrong?
to clear gap.
Wait,
Let him
No,
finish.
let him
Is
finish.
masturbation
Let him
actually
finish.
wrong?
yes, masturbation
Let
is
me
wrong.
finish.
Okay, so continue.
110%.
Yes,
I
continue.
know this guy. by
Let
the
me
way.
see.
I know
Masturbation
this
is
guy.
wrong 110%
Okay.
because you were not designed to please yourself.
Actually, you are designed to do that.
No, now
But
please let this.
You are not designed to please yourself.
Okay.
You get me? You are designed
To be pleased.
To be pleased.
How did you discover?
And
How
please-
did you discover sex?
How did I discover? How did I discover sex?
Please don't laugh yet, please.
No, there's a- see,
No.
Great question, by
There's
the
how-
way.
No, wait.
I'll,
Sorry,
I'll,
I'm sorry.
I'll answer you.
Answer me, please.
Listen.
And I'm going to give you my answer.
Listen to me. There is a flaw in the system.
a glitch in the
There is a
matrix.
glitch in the matrix. Listen to me. Listen to me. And
This
that
has to
flaw.
go on Instagram. man.
Listen. And that flaw is called sin,
Okay.
which is human
So
nature.
masturbation is a sin.
Jordan, see, listen to me.
And
Listen to me. And listen to me clearly.
Okay. You're buying time. By
No,
the way.
I'm telling you, there is no way. It's okay. Let's deal with this.
No, gang, you
gray
have
area.
not answered my
Listen
question.
to me. No gray area.
Gang, sorry,
I'm
stop.
answering you now. No gray area. Is masturbation right or
That's
wrong?
not what I asked.
No, that's
Yes
not the
or
question.
no?
That is
That's
not
not the
masturbation
question.
is wrong.
See,
So
listen,
masturbation
guys,
That's
is
not the
sin.
question.
Personally,
question
wait,
I asked
Jack, I'm
is-
coming. I
Yes.
never asked the question whether it's right or wrong. I think
So-
that's a personal thing.
Yeah.
So
especially based
masturbation
on
is
how,
sin?
I'm coming.
Yes.
Wait. I didn't ask that. Especially based on how you grew up, what construct or
Whatever
religion
you
or blah, blah,
believe
blah,
in,
blah.
yeah.
It's your thing. I'm not
Yeah.
going to ask whether it's right or wrong.
Yeah.
I'm asking you now a biological or, a biological. How did you discover sex?
How did I discover sex?
Guys, stop repeating my question.
You said you
answer.
Okay, how did I discover sex?
Yeah, how did you discover-
gang,
how did you
gang,
discover
gang,
sex?
How did you discover sex?
From the world around me.
No. Gang, I was 10 years old.
You were 10.
And I'm going to tell the story
Yeah.
here and now. And I'm not going to be ashamed. I was 10 years old. I'm like, oh, what is this? I wonder what this does when I do. Oh.
And you did
Oh.
at 10.
And I promise you, everybody discovered their sexuality that way. Every
No.
man did.
No.
You see,
And
it is
women and
programmed.
girls,
It is
yeah.
programmed in
It's
you.
biological. It's that
you
simple.
are a
No.
living being,
No.
and that is how you discover it.
See, the demons
now,
in
whether
experience
it
in your
is
life.
right or wrong, I was 10, 11.
Zeno,
You were
you know what I'm
serious.
laughing? Because the way I found out masturbation was.
I didn't
was
say
a-
masturbation, I just said
No. I found out. Hold on. Masturbation is what you just did.
I did not do anything. What are you saying?
How did you find out?
I was
In secondary school. You know, we used to have like this general bathroom where everyone, would go and, take their baths and what have you, right? So I saw this guy stroking. This guy was just stroking. I'm like, what's this guy doing? What's wrong with you? What are you doing?
in the presence of people.
Like, are you washing
Oh my
are you
goodness.
washing your stuff? So I thought to myself that, so they wash this stuff. So maybe I've not been washing
It is
it.
very well. You now tried it. You now discovered that it was pleasurable.
Ignorance is
But you know what?
now he has open car wash.
Just going
He
back.
has open car wash now. Come and wash.
Going back to what Gang said. Going back to what Gang said. I don't think cheating on your partner is only when you cheat with someone physically. I feel when it's in the head.
I'm sorry, we
when
don't
it's in
pass
the
that
mind.
way.
We don't pass that way.
When you're wanking the monkey, you're already cheating, whether you agree or not.
No.
Oh
You
God,
are.
literally,
You
you're
are.
working and you're cheating. I don't understand. What are you saying?
Can I share a true story?
Gang, stop. Sorry, no, don't, not yet. Maybe I
I
didn't.
have
show.
stories for life.
I know. I wanna put it to my bosses that I would no longer like to host the show. It's affecting me.
You wanker. Look at these wankers.
Wankers.
Let's get to your messages. We're running out of time. We have to make your show now. We got messages. Thank you very much, Outlook.com, for being our very frequent.
Is he crying?
I am crying. Our very frequent texter. Thank you very much. It says, Zero, I am not married yet. However, I enjoy how my girl randomly gives me gifts and I enjoy them. Congratulations to you. You're one of the very, very, very few people who actually experience such. I'm going to move on to Shade's tweet now. Shade says, hey, Mazino, that girl, the one that says men must cheat, she probably is going through a lot in her life. And in future, death. She's very, very blunt about that because she probably has mental issues, my opinion, though. And I think she's going through a lot personally.
Yeah.
If anybody feels the need to show cleavage and start talking about stuff like this on
Yeah,
social
they're
media.
looking for attention.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You're probably going through plenty. That's what I'm going to say. At Bode here says, Mazido, as a guy, if you open your mouth to as much as Ian near me, your fellow man, one of us will meet God that day. Very, very, very possible. I like, he says the word that starts with a P. He says he likes it too much, but drilling a man, I beg, come on. His words.
He might like P, but the letter M, millions, can come into play. But let's just...
We got a long one here from
Every man
Kule.
has his price, yeah?
Every man has a price.
Kule here says, God bless Deck tonight. God bless you. I
Thank
shielded
you.
my wife so much from my family.
God bless Deck or Dick. Which one?
They, I shielded my wife so much from my family. They said I was bewitched and my destiny has been used. But guess what? Now the respect is evident, and no one disrespects my wife, not even my mother, because they were. I like what he said. Not even my mother, because they were all taking her gentle nature for stupidity for the first 5 years of our marriage, and for 2 years she wasn't telling me anything until I caught my family in the act, disrespecting and insulting her in front of our children. That day, all of them here.
Thank you.
I like that story.
That's
So
it.
the bit where he says, what was that part that I said? He said, not even my mother, because they're all taking. He put it straight to his mom. His boy. So I know that level of respect that we as African men and maybe the world over give to our mothers. I mean, that's the most precious person for you for the first 30 years of your life until you get married. So I understand the respect that African men give to their mothers.
Yeah.
But then at the expense of your wife, especially noting that even if you're a religious person, the holy books will say once you leave your parents' home, you're one with your wife. So that's like yourself. So disrespecting your wife, even with family,
It's a no-no.
it's a no-no. So for me, I don't cross that line. I would often tell my dad, dads can be very, I'm like, Dad, don't worry, I will handle it. Just because I'm trying to shield, the stuff that would happen that your wife might not even know. When it comes up in public and she wants to bring it up, you're like, hey! Don't talk about that. That's your husband shielding you from all of that.
Exactly.
No matter how angry you are, your husband is saying, don't do that, let's not have that conversation.
Yeah.
That's respect. I think that even if it is not something that's supposed to be discussed, like I said, I don't believe in respect in marriage as a topic. I think it's just something that starts at 100. And depending on your action towards your partner, it begins to erode or it builds.
Yeah.
We can only try as partners inside of a relationship to continue to keep it at 100. Whatever we want to try, whatever device we want to try, just try and keep it at 100. Just don't do anything that you wouldn't do to yourself.
Something ridiculous, yeah.
Don't do anything you wouldn't do to yourself, to your partner. Whether it's family related, whether it's social or anything. I just think that your partner is the most precious thing to you.
Preach.
You know. Let me pull a gang on you guys. I think we have other messages for you. Gang, you have that story you want to tell. This is our last message. Gang, suppose this is from, your name isn't here. Gang, supposed to be professor. Too much English, gang. That's you. What was that experience you were going to tell us real quick? By the way, Olamide, you're giving us just the tip for today.
I'm going to put the entire
I don't
thing
think,
in.
to be honest, we don't have the time for that. I'll tell you behind the
We'll
scenes.
take an abridged version.
Yeah, we'll take. But honestly, no. It's just like my mind at the moment when I wanted to say it caught so many of the things we're talking about. But now I'm just,
It's all good.
It's all good.
It's all
Gang is good.
No point making you look any better than us.
Yes.
It's all good. Hey, Mr. Olamide, welcome back on the table. You've got just a tip for us today. Anything about everything we've talked about? Disrespect, especially, is our main topic now. Let's hear it from you to the ladies out there.
All right, Emefe. Okay.
How was that not a topic? How was that not a topic?
I was going to, more seriously.
But Emefiele he's been suspended.
I was going to talk about Emefiele, but
Arrested, actually.
This is not a political show.
Well, it's about life generally and, things that we all go through.
Unless Emefiele is
But then
having issues at
let's
home.
focus on what we're talking about this
okay,
evening.
Okay.
I think generally, no matter what the situation is, if you've done the right things, you will not find yourself in a disrespectful situation. I've been married for 10 years, and even during the very tough times, even during the tough times, there's really no disrespect in there because the foundations were right. They were done the right way. So the only thing I'm going to say is that if you're going to get married or you want to start a friendship or whatever, always ensure that your foundations are right. Do not go into any relationship or friendships for the wrong reasons. Once you put your head right on your shoulder, trust me, everything you do
Pull out,
will not be
pull out,
based
Pull out,
on.
pull out.
Actually,
Pull out.
pull out.
Enter.
Pull out. It's not the sweet.
That's what you do.
Everything you do will come right, definitely. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Olamide. Like I say, hey, listen, just start at 100 and try to keep it so. It's a joint effort. It's from both partners. That's all I'm gonna say. Deck man, it's been good having you here on the show, man. Are you hosting anything tomorrow?
Thank you for always.
You're not hosting anything tomorrow.
We are hosting a little get together. You know,
okay.
just small thing like the tip.
Don't you need a PA?
Sir? Anyway.
Just in case you need a premium MC, this is the very guy for you, the premium MC himself. You know, half of his face might not work, but he's fantastic when he gets on the mic. I'm sorry, my dark humor. I'm so sorry.
Wow.
I'm so sorry. Gang,
Yeah.
anything you want to tell?
Yeah, if you're looking for the right price for your same gender, go to www.mygenderispricethisamount.com.
All jokes, hashtag jokes. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for joining us again for another 1 hour of crazy nonsense inside of a man's world. This is where we get to talk about everything that you don't catch us talking about while we're at work. The Black Table is always open to every single person from 11 p.m. on Friday nights.
The Black Table.
Just bring your drinks and you're welcome. It's all good. It's been a great evening. Thank you very much, gentlemen. I have enjoyed your company. Until next week, when we meet again at night, it's good night, or is it good morning?
Good morning.
Good morning, guys.
Bye-bye.